But soon I might get like $5 on top. That's only $5, right?
I think right now it is, yeah, because it was on like a discount thing.
Once I get like $15, then how should it
It looks really fucking hilarious, man. It's fucking great. I think it's also made by the same people that did Castle Crashers, so it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah. Just getting a bunch of games, co-op games, and versus games, I guess, huh?
Basically.
Like
They added
Out, or no, there's a Way Out, there's Foul Party, there's...
I might not actually get a Way Out.
Dang.
Like, in all honesty, I don't know, man. Like, the whole, like, constant split screen thing, like, it's a cool idea, but at the same time, it's like, ugh.
I understand, man. So, different games then.
I'm not sure. Kinda trying to, like, put the rest of my money towards Vampire.
Yeah. I got a lot of things.
I hope it's a fucking good Vampire
but
game.
I'm also pre-ordering Battlefront 2, so that could be a possibility.
They fucking need, like... I really hope it's a actually, like, decent Vampire game. Because, like, there are no good Vampire-specific games. There's good games with vampires in them, but there's no good vampire games.
Well, this might be the first, then.
I think, like, the only decent vampire game that I played was, like, Dark on Xbox 360 back in the day.
Like Splinter Cell type of thing?
Yeah, it was a little Splinter Cell-y. The story was okay. It got super repetitive though, because like, oh, you have to kill this person. Oh, killing him didn't work. You have to go kill this person now. Oh, killing that person didn't work. I guess you have to go kill this other person. It's like, I fucking get it.
Just let me kill anybody. I motherfucker get it.
Cause like, it was interesting because it had like a kind of a unique like take on the vampire genre, where it's like, okay, you wake up, you're a vampire now, you don't remember what happened to you, but you're at a nightclub, and the nightclub is owned by vampires, and they basically like take you in and start testing you, and they attack you like out of fucking nowhere, and you like reflexively turn into a shadow and go straight through one of the vampires to avoid him. And he looks at you and he's like, oh shit. You've only been a vampire for like... Like, he looks at you and he's like, oh, by the way that, like, the way you smell, I can tell that, like, you've only been a vampire for, like, about a few minutes, and you're already, like, instinctively using your powers. You must have been attacked by somebody powerful. You're gonna be a dangerous motherfucker. And I'm sitting here like, oh, okay, that's a cool concept. And then it was like, okay, you need to, like, drink vampire blood, like, old vampire blood ASAP, otherwise you're going to, like, turn into a ghoul. And basically, like, the ghouls in the game were, like, ferals. Like, they were basically just feral creatures. And they were, like, always just like blood crazed and thirsty. They were basically zombies with fangs. But like, if you didn't drink like vampire blood to become a pure, like, full vampire, you would turn into a ghoul. And they're like, the only, like, you can only drink the blood of like really old vampires to be able to like do this shit. So they send you after like these old vampires, and you kill like 4 of them and drink their blood, and each time you drink one of their bloods and shit, and you like go back, the people are like, damn, you drank this person's blood and you're still only a half vampire? The fuck, you're gonna be a demon when you finally become a full-fledged vampire. And I'm just sitting here like, motherfucker, tell me who to kill so I can not worry about becoming a zombie. And then it's like, out of fucking nowhere, the military shows up, and like they've got anti-vampire weaponry and shit, and it basically turns into like anti-vampire Splinter Cell, and I'm just sitting here like, when the fuck did you guys get here?
How convenient.
And it's like, as soon as they show up, like, it takes a whole different spin, and it's like, all of a sudden it turns into like this really big, like, Splinter Cell, like the military is after this vampire that you're after, because it turns out that this vampire is actually the one that turned you, and he's like the oldest of the old, basically. So you have to drink his blood to finally become a full-fledged vampire. And it's kind of just like, I'm drinking the blood of like literally 4 of the oldest vampires in the world, and I'm still only half a vampire. Are we sure that this motherfucker's blood is going to work? But no, you finally kill him, you become a full-fledged vampire, and then like the DLC expansion comes out, and it's like, oh, now you have to go find the Book of the Damned. And it's like, what? Explain.
Yeah, the vampire, you're already a vampire, but you can choose who to kill literally in the game, and it's like story driven. I love games where you can choose how the story goes. You can either like try to save the place and not get into the vampire, but like how probably me and you were gonna do, we're giving into the vampire side of us. Like screw that.
Oh god, yeah. Like, because like I can understand why the people are like, oh, being a vampire is bad. I mean, like, yeah, it does have its drawbacks, but come the fuck on, that would be fucking awesome to have all those powers.
It would.
Like, it's the little things. It's like, oh, I can read people's minds, I can turn into a cloud of bats, I can fucking turn into a living fucking shadow and control people.
Why wouldn't I want to use this?
Like, you're fucking god, of course I'm good. Like, this is fucking amazing.
Only idiots would not use this. Oh wait, there are some. I probably would.
I've just been running around like
in
a legit circle in front of these 2 people for like the last however long it's been since I've started talking to you. They're probably like looking at me like I'm fucking insane.
Well,
I have literally just been running around in like this circle in front of these 2 guys for like 20 fucking minutes. And like, because if you hold still, like your character does random emotes, and one of them just like scratched his head while he was looking at me, and I'm like, yeah, that's about right.
yeah, that sounds normal.
But yeah, I feel like the most fun aspect of Xenoverse 2 is literally like creating your character and like coming up with a story for your character. It's like, okay, this is a fan-made character, I can like do some fan fiction like storytelling with this shit and like make him a full-fledged character. It's fucking awesome. I love games like that. I wish Naruto would have done it. They're finally doing it. They finally added character creation to the new upcoming Naruto game, but the graphics look like fucking shit.
Like most fan-made games.
It's not even a fan-made game, it's like a legit funded game. And it's not even a traditional Naruto game, Robby. It's literally looking at it. It is basically Call of Duty, but with Naruto.
Really?
Yes. It's an online. Its primary strength is that it's an online game. There are 3 modes. There's capture the flag, defense, and something else that I forget. But those are the only 3 game modes. It's basically Call of Duty, but with Naruto characters. But bright side is they finally decided to fucking around character creation. The only problem with this is that literally the character creation is literally the only interesting thing about the game. The graphics look like shit. The gameplay looks basic to all fucking hell. And yeah, it's basically Call of Duty meets Naruto.
Shotgun, triple bullet,
So you know, they finally decided to like, hey, you've always wanted to make your own character, well now you can. Oh, you think the game looks like shit and don't want to buy it? Oh, okay. Create a character though. Like literally, that is the only good thing about it so far.
Well, you should check into Final Fantasy 15 because they have a multiplayer thing that they're working on, and I've seen a little bit of the character creator design. Oh, it's better than Skyrim's character creation design.
A game that looks interesting and I might actually get.
And all that.
Yeah. I was never really big for the Final Fantasy games.
I wasn't even still play Final Fantasy 15. Okay, this is awesome. I have no clue what the heck is going on, but I'm just loving the combat.
You know, I felt that way about Dark Souls, because like before Dark Souls 3 I never played it. Everyone told me that I should, but I never did. And then I got Dark Souls 3 and was like, this is so fucking addicting, I love this shit. And literally like the thing that I fell in love with the most about Dark Souls wasn't even like the gameplay itself, it was the like specifically it was like the lore and like the storytelling of the game. And you know, that's fantastic because Dark Souls has fucking excellent storytelling. And it's so fucking weird because it's like, okay, Dark Souls gets it. And so that was also like one of my biggest things about Bloodborne. When I played Bloodborne, like the story and like the lore behind it was fucking awesome. I also like Bloodborne a little bit more than Dark Souls, but that's just because I'm a gothic emo motherfucker, and that's basically all Bloodborne is. Yeah. But you know, I respect both the series, or both games, for the same reasons. I also think that some of the mechanics in Bloodborne are actually a little better than Dark Souls 3, even though Bloodborne came out first. And you can, when you play the two games, you can clearly tell that some of the concepts for like mechanics in Dark Souls 3 came from Bloodborne. But ironically enough, they still work better in Bloodborne than they do in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah. So Bloodborne is better than Dark Souls.
I'm not saying it's better, I'm just saying that some of the mechanics work better.
Yeah. I'm like, alright. I don't think I'll try Dark Souls. Get in there, 10 minutes in, you died. Well, I ain't getting anywhere in this game.
One good thing, another good thing I should say that I like about Bloodborne over Dark Souls 3 is that you can actually stop people from invading you. Because like in Dark Souls it's like, oh shit, you got invaded. Nothing you can do about it. In Bloodborne, there's a bell ringer that you have to find, and basically she rings the bell and it summons in an invader, but if you kill her before an invader gets summoned, you don't get invaded.
Nice.
So you just have to, like, the only drawback is that like once you die in that area she respawns. But like, you know, it's a balancing factor, so it makes sense. And it's still a better mechanic than, oh, well, you got invaded, so fuck you. And you got invaded by a person that's 10 fucking levels above you, so he annihilates you in like one fucking combo. Have fun. Oh, you stopped playing the game. That's a shame. Why did you do that? We thought you enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the game. I just don't enjoy getting ganked by random invaders that I can do nothing about because they're fucking 10 levels above me. But now in Dark Souls 3, my character is level 152, so I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Is that the one with the... what was it, scarecrow looking dude? That you showed me one while back?
I think so. It might have been my Jack the Ripper outfit.
Yeah,
That one.
That one, yeah. Pretty sure. So how goes Dragon Ball Xenoverse?
I've literally just been running around in this tiny little circle for 25 minutes.
Oh.
Just
In
rambling
that
the
case- Bam.
I'm not getting up to switch out the discs, hope you know that.
Oh, you have it in discs?
Yeah.
Alright. Then what do you have?
I might honestly just stay on Xenoverse. I'm like in a kind of relaxed mood and the music is very relaxing.
Oh, you want something relaxing? I'll give you something relaxing.
The,
Then we can just kind of ramble.
This sounds
on
like when we were like, oh, I'm in a chill mood. Let's go play GTA and blow shit up. But like, you know, it's like the same concept because it's like, oh, Dragon Ball Z game. I'm in a super chill mood. I'm staying in this Dragon Ball Z game. Cell shows up and like blows up half the planet. Yeah, I just want to sit here and enjoy my picnic basket.
I'm just gonna run around in circles.
Not a care in the world, Charlie. Not a care in the world. Oh my god, half the planet got blown up. I'm like just running around in circles like, whee! I'm oblivious to all the suffering of mankind.
I can join SHAREfactory. This is peaceful. This is a board game. Recommended for experienced players. Each player must have their own controller. Alright.
Not a care in the world, Charlie.
Turn time, about a minute. Match time, 30 minutes.
But yeah, because of like the new like direction that the show went into, like they've introduced like multiverses and everything and like different universes. So basically like the characters that I created are from one of the universes that ended up getting erased by like the god of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh.
Cause like, yeah, he looks at, the god just like looks around at all the multiverses and he's like, every once in a while he's just like, there's too many universes, and like just pops a few out of existence.
Because we need that kind of crap in anime.
Also, the god in Dragon Ball Z is a child. And he has like no concept of good and evil. He's just like, this universe is too noisy, and he just blips it out of existence. And he's like, ah, much better. And it's like, well now. It's just like, well now.
It's down to forgiveness.
He's like easily amused and easily pissed off because he's a fucking child, but he can literally erase universes just by snapping his fingers. Fucking awesome. It kind of makes me mad because a few years ago, like when I was coming up with the idea for like my Weirdverse like universe of stories, like the concept for like the embodiment of the universe was a child. And it basically like explained that that was why like the universe was so chaotic and like just like emotionally destroying. Basically, is because it was a child, and children don't have like a sense of good and evil. They kind of just like do whatever the fuck they want to. They have like no real understanding of pain or anything, so it all kind of just happens. And then a few years later, we get Dragon Ball Super, and it's like, oh hey, the all-powerful, like, god of the multiverse is a child, and he's got, like, emotional issues and boredom issues, and destroys planets, just, like, whole universes, just because they're noisy, and it's like, well, that's a fucking rip. But like, yeah, so anyway, with the introduction of multiple universes, my characters are like from a universe that previously got erased, but they managed to like avoid it by basically going to a different universe. And they're basically like interdimensional travelers, basically, like they can go to whatever universe they want. And that's basically just like the lore behind them. And like my main character, the Saiyan, is like the legendary Saiyan of his universe, and he's like at the pinnacle of like power. He rivals like the gods, but like not any higher, because like the way Dragon Ball Z did it was that there were gods of destruction in each universe. And then above the gods, there were their angels. And then above the angels, there was the All-God. And his personal angel, the Grand Priest. And basically, like, my characters are on the same level as the gods of destruction. And that's about it.
We're just saying, oh, the gods of destruction can move all around. Okay. So, pretty much everyone there is OP. Gotcha.
Basically.
Yeah, that sounds like Dragon Ball Z, alright, nowadays.
And the only reason, like, why my character, the legendary Saiyan, is even that strong to begin with is because they got the Dragon Balls from their universe, and he wished for eternal youth. So, like, he's fucking like lived way longer than he should have, and as a result he's been in so many fights, and because Saiyans get stronger every time like they get into a fight, he's basically at the pinnacle of his strength.
Really?
Yep. So like he can die, like people can kill him. It's just eventually, because like I was thinking of like having it be like kind of dark for his past, where it's like, oh, he's actually like immortal, but it wasn't like a wish that he made for himself. It was a wish made up onto him by somebody else who like wanted him to suffer for like all eternity and watch like the people around him basically just die off. And after a while I was like, no, because if he's immortal, then that's going to like make issues, and then he's basically just going to be too powerful. So I just made it.
Kind of already is.
He's not really, because like even the gods of destruction are like pretty insignificant in the grand scheme of things. They're easily replaced. Like, seriously, the angels are stronger than the gods that they represent.
Really?
Yeah, which is one of the weirdest things that I have with, like, the introduction of the gods and...
Okay, don't join this SHAREplay. That's a weird game. Alright, deleting that. That's weird. just started off with applications that was all about puzzles and stuff. This is very interesting. It's called Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time. I pulled it up and I know it's way too good.
And basically, like, the lore behind it is that it's him, his girlfriend, one other Saiyan, and then it's Driscoll, the Frieza guy that I posted earlier. And then there's supposed to be, like, also a Namek. And basically, like, the lore is that, like, they're all, like, in this basically just squad together. And they just go from universe to universe doing whatever the fuck they want to. And they're basically, like, they're basically mercenaries that go from universe to universe just killing people for, like, whatever reasons. It's a moral gray group. Because, like, there are certain missions that they won't take, no matter what the price is, they just won't take it. But, like, most of the time they will. But, like, you know, if it's a situation where it's like, oh, I want this planet destroyed, and it's like, well, why? And, like, if the reason is like, oh, just because I want it fucking gone, then they're going to be like, yeah, no. Like, for them, it has to be, like, a legitimate reason. It either has to, like, end a huge, like, conflict, or, like, it has to be, like, a hit on somebody, like, fucking dangerous as hell. Basically, if somebody came up to them and was like, hey, I need you to kill, like, this family for blah 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 reasons just because I want them dead, they'd be like, no, not going to do that no matter how much you offer us. But if somebody came up to them and was like, hey, I need you to kill Frieza because, well, Frieza's a jackass and he's, like, destroying planets and galaxies and shit, trying to take over the universe, they'd be like, okay, yeah, fuck it.
So there is a moral.
It's a moral gray area.
Standards. We have some standards.
It's a moral gray area.
We will kill for money. We're not gonna do sons.
We'll kill for money, we just won't kill for money. As I'm talking about my group being mercenaries, I run across this guy whose character name is Black Assassin.
Which sounds like a mercenary.
And his character is black, gray, and white. Mostly gray.
Mostly gray.
Mostly gray. Talking about my morally gray, like, mercenary group, randomly comes across a black assassin that's mostly gray. Oh, the irony.
That's funny.
I made a mistake when I created this character the first time and accidentally named him Legendary Super Saiyan God, when in actuality he's not a god, he's just on the level of a god. And he's not a Super Saiyan, he's just a Saiyan. It's like super fucking strong. He can go Super Saiyan, he just doesn't need to.
And you're just saying that, right?
I'm just saying. You know, for as old as that joke is, I still, like, find it absolutely hilarious. Like, you know, not ha-ha hilarious, but, like, you know, it's like, oh, I remember that joke. It's nostalgic, kind of hilarious.
Yeah, I can totally agree with that. Well, great. Shadow War is gonna have microtransactions. Every game nowadays has to have microtransactions. Why don't they put advertisements on the whole? It's fake because he's.
Oh, do you remember? Do you remember Broly?
Broly?
Yeah, the legendary Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Like the big motherfucker. It was like Kakarot, and that's all he ever fucking said. They canonized it. They made the they made his they didn't make Broly canon, but they made his transformation canon.
How so?
In the new arc of the show, when they introduced like the other universes, there was a bunch of Saiyans from like Universe 6. And basically the context of the show is that Goku, Gohan, all the characters that we're familiar with are in Universe 7. But when they introduced all the other universes, they introduced Super Saiyans from like Universe 6. And yes, every Saiyan that they've introduced from Universe 6 is also a Super Saiyan. But one of the girls, ironically, turned into the legendary Super Saiyan. So she basically went into like Broly's form, and like her hair turned all green, her eyes went white. She got really big and buff, and like her energy basically like distorted all the colors of reality. And she basically just like spent the whole episode just beating the shit out of Goku. It was basically the Broly movie, but Broly had tits this time. Like, that was literally the only difference. Well, that and Goku's a god now, like, legitimately, Goku's a god.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at Foul Play right now. It looks a lot like Castle Crashers, but it has some, like, Battle Block Theater type of art to it.
See? Told you.
It's only $3.49 for about a week.
Nope.
Oh shoot! Guess what? I can get it tomorrow.
Yay! Then we can stream it, Robby. We can stream it because I'm off until Thursday.
Oh really?
We can stream it all through tomorrow. We can do a 24-hour stream. We will beat this game, Robby.
I had class to like noon.
We can
after that, so
we can stream after your class and then stream whenever and like stop whenever you have to go. Go to bed to like wake up for your next class, and then stream again when you get back.
We are finishing this game this week.
We're doing this, Robby. We're doing it for the people. We're doing it for the people.
Bingo!
Bingo! 3 more games like that. We'll do another game to get for that week. I'm gonna look at the PS Plus deals and see what there is.
Another good game that looks interesting is a zombie game coming out. The beta was like last week or something, and it's called Dead Alliance.
Oh, that.
Fortnite looks okay. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it looks good. I might get it eventually.
There's really no good games on PS Plus deals.
I think this week it's like, what? It's like Assassin's Creed or something.
That Black Flag, which is $20, which is still pretty pricey. But
It's also like Just Cause or Just Cause 3 and Just
3.
You.
Yeah, I got that, which is single player.
No, there's
that
co-op.
Fun multiplayer. There really is?
Yeah, it's a small co-op, but
Get it. That could be another thing we could stream. Just us three was strangely addicted just to go in there and blow crap out. Because I just go to the bases and it's like, oh hi, how's it going? Just sit right over to the gas tanks, place in mine, sit all the way over here, place the explosives, sit all the way over here. Just casually blow stuff up while people are shooting at me. I'm like, yep, no big deal. Not gonna worry about you. I can just wingsuit away out of here. I'm just gonna stream on the see if it go up. Let's Killing Floor, we can stream that as another thing.
I've got to re-download Killing Floor. I literally deleted it so that I would have more space because I haven't played it in like 2 months. And then as soon as it like got deleted, you were like, "Hey, I got Killing Floor," and I was like, "Well, fuck." You literally told me that like 5 minutes after I deleted it. I was so fucking pissed with you. I was so fucking mad. It was like it took me 5 seconds to like delete it, and it's gonna take me like 5 hours to re-download it, all because this motherfucker wanted to be like, "Hey, I got it."
I had to re-download myself too, so don't worry. You got finished 5 minutes after you deleted it.
So fucking upset.
Well, you should download it while you're playing. How is it co-op? Do I gotta like link the membership?
No, I think it's literally just... I think it's like how it was with Saints Row, where it's like 2-person co-op.
How?
I don't fucking know. I've seen it on YouTube though.
I have to find out how. If it really is. Get it up. Yeah, in a second. I'll see if I can find it.
I just sent Logan a picture of my Saiyan character, and he's got the Super Saiyan 4 skin, so he's like covered in the red fur. So I sent her a picture of that, and I was like, "Admire my fur." Admire my fur. Dude, you have no... It took me 10 hours to get this fucking, like... this fucking piece of armor, man.
That's only one there.
But I've seen it done with multiplayer, though.
Maybe with a different one.
Then again, it was also probably PC, and PC probably has like a multiplayer mod.
PC has mods, period.
True. I don't understand why. I don't understand why consoles can't do mods for everything. Cause it's like fucking Skyrim on the consoles has mods. Fallout 4 has mods on the consoles. Like, what the fuck?
Maybe it's to certain games and companies and all that.
My point is that if some games can have it, then clearly any game should have it. Because they've proven now that they can do it. It's just now they're being super fucking stingy with it.
Probably for a certain reason. Maybe they're holding back or something.
I know back when they first tried to do it, they said it was like a security issue or something stupid like that. All I know is that my life would be so much better with Minecraft mods. because I would immediately download like the Minecraft creepypasta like mods and shit, and like all those horror maps and everything, and just make my Minecraft world super spooky. I would download like all the Left 4 Dead or like DayZ mods that they came out with for Minecraft. I'd download all those mods. Just be like, yep, this is my Minecraft life now. Fuck every other zombie game. Minecraft is life.
I wouldn't say that.
I would.
Well, you play it.
I've put enough hours in the Minecraft to just be like, yeah, I can easily forget about any other game.
Join the show.
But running in my circle, Robby. If I don't run in the circle, who will run in the circle? I have to run in the circle. I must maintain the balance of the universe. My moral gray mercenary code demands it, Robby.
Let the universe be taken over.
No, I can't. No. Wait,
You
hang on, I
must.
have to go take a piss.
Oh, so not okay.
Leaves the circle just to take a piss, comes back and like everything's fucking destroyed. Like, god damn it.
Robby! You see what I mean?
Like the SpongeBob movie, where it was like they met the space dolphin and the space dolphin was like, watch this planet for me while I go to the restroom, and like he comes back and like the planet's destroyed and he looks at SpongeBob, he's like, you had one job! And then he tried to like destroy SpongeBob. I'm like, shoot him! Shoot him! Fucking shoot him! Destroy that little yellow piece of shit! But no, SpongeBob manages to SpongeBob his way out of like certain doom again.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever going away. Like ever.
How do you even end a show like SpongeBob, like, in all honesty?
You can't.
I feel like that's the issue with shows that are like strictly episodic and nothing is like specifically canon. Because then like there's no proper way to end it. Because there's no canon story. There's no like... The only canon plot is that SpongeBob's annoying and he's a fry cook. That is it. He's also super gay for Patrick. And they've officially stopped trying to hide it.
Yeah, I don't think there was any hiding to begin with.
No, like,
After
in the
what-
beginning, like, it was subtle. Like, it was really subtle in the beginning, and now, like, one of the more recent episodes that I saw, like, SpongeBob was looking off in the distance, and he was like, this doesn't look good, and Patrick's, like, standing behind him, like, in his underwear, and he's like, does this? And, like, Patrick starts, like, flexing, and he becomes, like, all muscular and shit, and it's like, well, that wasn't subtle at all. And SpongeBob, like, kind of just, like, ignores him. He's like, no, Patrick, look at this. And it's like, that wasn't fucking subtle at all.
Then again, what's subtle nowadays? Things
Nothing is. Like, nothing's subtle anymore. The irony is that, like, Disney shows, like, fucking Gravity Falls, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, and Adventure Time have way more, like, suspenseful subtlety than any other show, and it's so fucking weird.
Yeah. thought you had to go to his restaurant.
Oh no, I was fucking around.
Oh, okay.
It was all part of the joke. Like, I have to maintain the circle. Ah, shit, I have to go pee. Comes back.
Okay.
God damn it, the planet's destroyed. Fucking. God damn it. I left for 5 seconds.
That means you wouldn't join the circle. So we can just chill in the pool.
No.
No words. Just sounds like, well, shit. You really don't want to join the circle?
Not really. No. I'm very content with running in my little circle. This circle is mine. There are many like it, but this one is mine, and me and only me can run it.
The circle of night.
Make a song out of it, Robby. Make a song out of it. Send it to me. I will pay you. I will commission you if you make a song out of that.
Well, I'll have to write something then.
The circle of night. Okay, so I was looking at
someone.
So I was looking at Dragon Ball Xenoverse mods earlier, and one of them like changes Goku's character into like a different character, and like the model is super weird. So his eyes are broken and like they're too fucking big, and like his face is just like stuck in a permanent smile, and he just looks like he's fucking high. And there's like this one scene in the video where like they zoom in on his face, and all I can think about is I can smell colors. Cause he just looks that high. Where it's just like, as they zoom in on his face, like the voice in the back of my head's like, I smell the colors. And I'm just sitting here like, this motherfucker, this is the face of somebody who is above the fucking clouds. He looks happy. He's having a real good time. He's gonna be really sad when he comes back down.
Aww, look who's president. No, not touching the subject.
How can you tell that he came down? Because there's a fucking crater in the planet. He was that high that if he ever came down from it, it would destroy the fucking planet. Oh my god, what's wrong? I'm coming down! On your wife!
No wonder why there's a big crater.
Oh, fuck, man. Okay, so like...
Song can suck it. Alright. Hello. What? Got one. Got what? What? Dog? Oh. What, you want the dog? She's laying down. Come here, Roxy. Roxy, come here. Roxy, come here. Roxy, get your butt over here. Nah, she's not coming.
Proxy is broken.
Look, she's not coming. She's just staying.
Roxy is a defective dog, Robby. Go buy a new one. I think it's time for you to get a new dog, Robby. Where the fuck is my circle at?
You lost the circle.
I went straight up into the air, so I went straight up into the air and came back down, and my circle is just gone. It's like 5 feet away from me right now.
See this circle of yours. See the circle of night.
The circle of night. When all life is dead, and not a damn thing matters. The circle of night.
I want to try to put it with this song. Wait, I'll come up with something.
If you can actually manage to make that into a song, Robby, I will legitimately pay you. I will PayPal the shit out of you.
Sweet. How much you want for this song?
You know what? Because I know a bunch of people that actually like did music in high school and like they actually did shit like that. I know how much like effort goes into that kind of fuckery. And also because you're a close friend, I will PayPal you enough to get you a PlayStation Plus for a year time, for a whole year.
Nice.
So roughly $60.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright, I'll work on it this week. See what I get. Yeah, I was gonna do it from line to line, and I want to try to sing. Oh, this is fun. Ooh, and I got a little musketeer group over here. Maybe we could film something with them. Huh. Yeah, I could probably do something. Yeah.
Just like, yeah, I got this. Totally do. You just keep running around in your circle, and I'll have it done for you by the end of the week. All right? All right.
Just run in a circle, and whenever I'm finished, that's when you can quit running your circle.
Start.
It's like, it's been 10 years. I've just been spinning this stick around.
Starts running in circle. 10 years later, still running in circle. My leg muscles are fucking massive.
I never skipped a day. The legs just take up over half the body. For that guy's kicks.
I'm the reversed version of like those heavy lifters that you see like with the massive arms but the skinny ass legs. I'm the reverse of that. I have like super fucking epic colossal legs but a really skinny upper body.
All you gotta do is just hop on one leg and you're like super jumping and freaking here.
I don't even have to like jump. I can just like skip and just jump over a fucking mountain. Just like, yep.
This is my life now.
I could take a.
That song coming?
I could take a step. My legs are so fucking massive and muscular that every time I step, the mountain gets a little smaller.
Oh dang! I just pictured that.
Within 5 minutes, there will be no mountains. There will just be a flat valley.
You got anything?
Oh god. Thinking of my super muscular legs.
Yeah.
2 things wrong with that. First, I'm straight. Second of all, I have a girlfriend. Still.
No, I meant like the way you kind of were speaking it out. I was like, that sounds like a decent way to kind of start a backstory or something. Like an open scene to something.
Just takes it. The scene, the universe was created because I took a step.
Yeah, something like that.
God never spoke, the Big Bang never happened, I just took a step and everything came into existence. Because my leg muscles are that fucking impressive.
and then the antagonists will have just huge arms. It'll be a comedic freaking. Like
and then we perform the fusion dance and finally
Yes.
become we finally become even. We finally become evenly proportioned.
Yes, just the tiniest kind of that's perfect.
There was once a mighty warrior with mighty legs, and his greatest foe was a motherfucker with majestic fucking arms. And one day, they met an evil so great that they had to fuse and finally become evenly proportioned and able to fight this horrible threat.
So when they fuse, it's kind of like a freaking nut.
He just looks normal. He just looks fucking normal. He's like fucking massive, but like his body's like evenly proportioned.
I was like, oh, you're just a giant dude. Okay.
Yeah, he's just a big motherfucker now. This motherfucker's just floating here watching me run around this circle. You got a problem, motherfucker? You got a problem? You wanna go? I'll fly up there. I'm in your face now, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. Let me run in my circle. Let me run in my circle in peace, motherfucker. Ah! My circle. God fucking damn it. The legendary leg man.
And this is why we get along so well.
We can go 3 months without speaking and just make up for it like in under an hour.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the new song,
This motherfucker is still floating here, just watching me.
Allow me to be our teacher out of that by joining SHAREfactory.
Fuck off, Robby. Now, you will forever be alone. Alone. Alone.
Alone.
Where are they? Why am I all alone? Why?
I got some stuff to fix up. When I get back, if you wanna just after you're done running in circles.
I'm probably gonna keep running in circles. I'm pretty fucking content with this.
Alright, I'll see you later.
Bye, Robby.